So as you can expect, there's actually been a ton of spoilers regarding Naruto the Last that have been released recently because the film just premiered in Japan. I'm not really sure how well the movie is doing. I've actually read from two different types of people. People are saying that it's flopping, but I think those are mostly Narusaku fans. And there's people that are saying that they've actually stood in line 3 hours to try and get a ticket, and they still couldn't get in. Shout out to the Nail-chan for all this info. Before I get into the movie, there's actually like a little booklet or a pamphlet that audiences are getting with a lot of character information, and it also features some actual art from Masashi Kishimoto where we see Team 7, and there's like this little, I guess it's like a mini little story of Naruto and Hinata going out. It's funny because Naruto doesn't know anything about dating, so he's reading one of Sai's books on, I guess, human behavior, and he's like, oh, okay, so it's customary for the guy to pay for whatever it is they consume during the date or whatever. And he initially wants to take Hinata to like a tea shop or something, but the prices are way too high, and Hinata uses her Byakugan to spy on Naruto's money bag, and she sees that he's broke, so instead they end up going to get some ramen together, which I thought was cool. So that was part of the booklet, but now let's get into the movie. All the links for these spoilers are going to be down in the description. So spoiler alert! Let's start with the basics. So Hanabi gets captured, that's obvious. Her Byakugan does get extracted, but she gets the eyes back by the end of the movie. So it's, you know, again, it's Kishimoto just fucking around with like optic nerves and shit. But most importantly, alright, Toneri has a weapon that is pulling the moon onto the earth. The things that we see falling onto the earth is actually debris. That's why we see a lot of characters jumping into the sky trying to fight them. We have Killer Bee and Raikage, we have Lee trying to fight like these meteor looking things. Another thing that we didn't know is that Toneri actually wants to marry Hinata. When it comes to the love aspect, Hinata actually isn't sure about how Naruto feels about her, but then Sakura encourages her and tells her, oh, don't worry about that, Hinata, it's just that Naruto doesn't really know what love is, because to him, love is like saying, oh, I love ramen. It's that type of love, so he just needs to grow up a little. Apparently, during the mission to save Hanabi, they actually get placed under Genjutsu, and I guess there's a creative way of incorporating flashbacks into this, because there's a scene when they were kids where they're in the academy, and Iruka says, okay, I'm going to give you a sheet of paper, and on that paper, I want you to write the one name of the person that you would want to spend if you had like one last day on Earth. And so Hinata writes Naruto. Naruto doesn't write anybody's name on it because at that point in time, he didn't have anybody, right? So what happens here is, I don't know if like the Genjutsu is interconnected or if the flashback is connected, but that allows Naruto to see something that he didn't see before. And that's when he realizes, holy shit, I think I have some feelings for Hinata. So much so, in fact, that he actually confesses to Hinata. We even have the audio clip of him saying, Hinata, I love you. Long story short, the team gets separated. Sakura and Sai, I think, go over to save Hanabi. Shikamaru stays behind fighting so that Naruto can go on ahead and rescue Hinata, who is being forced to marry Toneri. And by the end of it, I think they hold hands in order to, like, you know, combine their chakra and destroy the weapon that's causing all this chaos. I'm not really sure, though, so don't quote me on that. But what is certain is that Naruto rescues Hinata. Apparently, there's, like, this huge fucking DBZ-type fucking fight, which looks amazing. And then Toneri begins to morph or transform, and I guess he's being consumed by this transformation. I read somewhere that it says that the weapon is made out of Byakugans, which makes no sense, but whatever. And so I guess Naruto wanted to save him at the end, you know, because that's the way Naruto is. He always stretches out his hand to these villains, and he's like, no, no. And then Toneri's like, he says, like, I want to stay in the moon. I don't know what happens, but after that, Hinata gets saved, and I think they're falling down. It's not really that they're flying, but they're falling down gracefully, and that's when they kiss, and that's when we cut to credits. Now, the credits are actually photos and pictures of Naruto and Hinata's wedding. You see the cast, they're all dressed up for the wedding. Sasuke is noticeably absent, unfortunately, as he is for most of the film. I guess because he just gets reminded of what he doesn't have. I just saw Girl Meets World, I apologize for that. Hanabi is actually carrying a picture of Neji, which I thought was a really nostalgic touch. I think this movie is just going to make you go, aww, over and over again. Lastly, we get a shot of the Uzumaki family. Hinata's knitting, you have Bolt and Himawari going out to play with Naruto, and then some baby pictures of when the kids were born. Now, the role of the scarf in this movie is actually very important because Hinata, as you can tell, she knits that red scarf, but Naruto was already wearing a blue scarf, so Hinata actually thinks that that's from another girl. It turns out that the blue scarf that Naruto was wearing was actually left to him by Kushina. The third Hokage had that scarf, and Naruto was able to get it. So that was from his mom. So I like the parallel that both Kushina and Hinata knitted a scarf for Naruto in the end. Lastly, it's been announced by Kishimoto himself that he's developing a concept for a Bolt movie in 2015. That's right, Naruto's kid is going to have a movie next year. Which makes sense because I think it's going to come after that mini-series that we get, that Naruto Part 3. Boruto, the movie, next year. And it'll also feature Himawari and Salad. So the new generation of kids. By the way, I think in that picture of all of them, like the cast, I didn't see Karui there with Choji. Ino and Sai look like they're together, and so do Shikamaru and Tamari, but I didn't see Karui there. Also, the Sasuke is noticeably absent from the movie, and I think Kishimoto said that he was thinking about, he had to think about how Sasuke and Sakura got together, so maybe that'll be part of the new movie, if not part of Part 3, you know, just explaining a little bit more about how Sasusaku happened. I can't wait to see this fucking movie. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe to my channel for more anime-related stuff, and like the video if you did. I appreciate that. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye.